let the fun begin. I'm going to take this guy apart. This is the spiderweb's older brother. Procrastinating long enough. Let's start. Well, it's all dissected, as you can see. This is a very familiar sight in the outboard tinkerer household. But the engine's completely apart. Where do we start? We know the block is shot. That was shown in one of the first videos. Okay, so we're going to change the block. Pistons were melted down. I don't know if it was a timing issue or running lean. I don't know. But I know the old, the big motors used to do this a lot. The V6s and V4s, when I used to rebuild them years ago, would melt the pistons from timing issues. That's the first time I've seen it on one of these motors. The whole motor took me yesterday about an hour to take apart, just to get the power head totally apart. Easy. Got to the lower unit, it was a different story. But I went and got a couple pistons from my junk pile. The rods are shot and the wrist pins, but these are pressure back. They got the pressure back upper ring. It's a different year, but it'll work. I'm going to still look for the right pistons to replace them exactly as the factory. The factory ones were just two regular compression rings. It wasn't a pressure back in 1971. So I'm changing that. I went and got another block out of my hoard. I'm going to hone the cylinders and make sure it's not corroded too bad. Oh no, this one's no good either. Have to get another block. Well, I'll get another block. That's funny. I didn't see that initially. But I got all the parts. Like I said before, totally dissected. The lower unit, I put in my stand on the back. I had to break the head of the bolt off to drop the lower unit. You'll see a little clip with that. But she's ready for the next step. I know I got to find a block now. That was totally unrehearsed. So I'll get another block and make sure it's good. There's the midsection over here. And we're going to take it from there. Just another motor and another noisy airplane flying above. So stay tuned and we'll see what happens with this one. This is the spiderweb's older brother. Another 25 Evinrude being brought back from the dead. Hey, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Well, after yesterday about a half hour heating this real hot, trying to get the bolt out, I finally come across what I'm used to coming across. But I put it on my stand in my backyard with a breaker bar, and I broke the nut off, the bolt head. So this is very common with all these saltwater motors, especially when they sit for years and years and years. So I start by prying screwdrivers in there, and then I work it off with my pry bars. Now I haven't separated this yet, so what you're seeing is in real time. And there she goes. Well, here I load it down. So I use my gravity to help me. Let it fall right on the ground. It should come out. Sometimes you're not this lucky. It's so stuck in here. Sometimes you got to take a cutting wheel and just cut, you know, on the air motor and just cut the bolt and then deal with it from there. But lucky the head just broke. And I got it to separate without too much work. So now she's hanging up on the gear shifter. So let me just go and deal with that. So a little persuasion, it came right off. I went around the other side, Just took the pry bar in there and gave it a good yank. Just want to make sure you got the bolt out on the gear shifter. You'll never get it down. And now I can deal with it as a unit, and that's a part. Well, stay tuned and thanks for watching. The Outboard Tinkerer strikes again. Have a good day.